Man, after an exciting game of Wheel of Fortune, winning almost $35,000 in cash, we add that to the 67,000 we won. That gives a total over $93,000 in our Saturday video game fun jackpot. Wow, let's definitely see how much we could do at this game. We had a couple issues on the Wheel of Fortune games. That's why it took so long. Sorry about that. Now we're going to play Jeopardy.
Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone.
Over more than 300 game shows have come and gone since Jeopardy premiered in syndication in 1984. I didn't know that.
This is Jeopardy!
I know that.
Today's contestants are
Hey!
Player 1, Player 2, Player 3, and now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Hey,
Johnny Gilbert. How is everyone today? Good luck. Let's start the Jeopardy round. The categories for the Jeopardy round are Theater Ghosts, Out of This World, Cooking Class, Ain't We Got Pun, World Geography, and TV Nostalgia. Player 1, you start.
Nostalgia.
You can point. In an animated 1987 TV special, this space-age family traveled back in time to meet the Flintstones.
I know that. What is
It's Player 1.
Jetson.
Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction on the... That's right, way to go. You again, Player 1. In the pilot for this 60s sitcom, Jed and Jethro first meet Mr. Drysdale when he comes to get them out of jail.
The Beverly
Okay, Player
Hills
1.
Billies.
That's correct. Yes. Choose again, Player 1. The 1973 TV season gave us Richard Roundtree as this super cool private eye he'd played on film.
What?
Let's hear it, Player 1. Right you are.
Shaft? I did not know that.
You get to pick again, Player 1. According to his theme song, Mr. This will never speak unless he has something to say.
I don't know.
Yes, Player 2. Correct. Player 2, back to you. In the 50s, this movie Tarzan was still hanging out with a chimp, but he wore more than a loincloth as TV's Jungle Jim.
What was it?
The correct response is Johnny Weissmuller. Player 2, back to you for our next selection. The gravitational pull of this object is the main force holding the solar system together. Here's what we wanted. The sun. Player 2, you pick again, please. If you boil these before making them into hash browns, they'll stick together better and cook faster, too.
What is potato?
Let's hear it, player 1. You got it. Player 1, pick again.
400.
To make bunny salad, use a chilled pear half for the bunny's body and a ball of cottage cheese for this appendage. Okay, player 2.
Computer players.
Right.
We don't know
Please pick again, player
like
2.
That.
Joy of Cooking suggests using these Thanksgiving berries in any recipes calling for red currants.
I know that.
Yes, player 1.
Cranberries. Victory, player.
Select again. The Chicken of the Sea website suggests making enchiladas with the albacore type of this.
I want to go
Player 1.
Salmon.
Nope. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Stop throwing tantrums. Okay. I'd like to hear a show.
Here's the correct response. Tuna.
Tuna.
You get to pick again, player 1. For the silver dollar type of these breakfast treats, drop the batter onto the griddle 1 tablespoon at a time. It's player 1. Correct.
And came back in the game.
Player 1, you pick again, please. Melbourne is in the Australian state named for this woman, a friend of Viscount Melbourne. Okay, player 2.
That computer player.
No, sorry. Any other takers? Here's the correct response. Victoria.
Victoria.
Player 1, pick again.
I don't understand.
You can enter this European city via the Puerta de Bisagra and its U.S. namesake via exit 64 on the Ohio Turnpike.
$400.
Let's hear it, player 1. Good. Select again. Paulistas live in a large city in this large South American country. Player 2. Good. Player 2, back to you. A scholarly paper on punning restaurant names was titled, "Do Drop In," and "This Vegetable Entertain You." We're talking about lettuce. You again, player 2. A presidential exhibit at the National Postal Museum was called "This to the Chief." Yes, player 1. Hey, you're right. We return to you, player 1. About comparing a pair of beetles, a punchline in Master and Commander is, "Choose the lesser of two these." It's player 2. You are correct. Choose again, player 2. 8 months pregnant, Jolie Fisher did a cabaret act entitled "From Here to This." Okay, player 1.
Lucky guess.
Please pick again, player 1. Punning on Glenn Miller, a 1985 film with Gina Davis as a vampire was called This 65000. Let's hear it, player 1. That is correct.
Right.
Player 1,
Okay.
back to you.
Damn.
It's the Daily Double. You are in first place. You need to select your wager. And the Daily Double clue. This country's Grand Canal ends at the port of Hangzhou. You have maintained your lead. Way to go. You get to pick again, player 1. It's Africa's highest mount that shares its name with a country. Player 2. Yes. Player 2. Pick again. Le Petit Théâtre du Vieux Carré in this U.S. city has several ghosts, including that of an actress who fell to her death. It's player 2. That's it. Choose again, player 2. The man in this drab color who haunts the Drury Lane Theater may be the ghost of a man found bricked up in a wall there. Yes, player 2. Yes. Player 2, back to you. The lady in blue seen in this Scottish city's Royal Lyceum Theatre may be the actress Ellen Terry. Here's the response we were looking for. Edinburgh. Player 2, you pick again, please. Let's go to the Clue Crew for this next clue.
A ghost known as the Black Phantom used to appear in a mirror at the Empire Theater in this port city, Ringo Starr's hometown.
Player 1.
Go for it. Manchester.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on
Adam,
this?
stop screaming. You want to cry? Go ahead. Throw a tantrum.
We're talking about Liverpool. Select again. Galileo was the first person to see the rings around this planet. Yes, player 1. That's correct.
And we rebound.
We return to you, player 1. Melbourne's Princess Theatre boasts the ghost of a singer who died after playing this devilish role in Faust. Let's hear it, player 2. Yes. Please pick again, player 2. Not the first, but this second planet is the hottest because its atmosphere causes a severe greenhouse effect. It's player 3. No. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the response we were looking for. Venus.
Venus.
Player 2, back to you for our next selection. The comet named for him was last seen in the skies in 1986 and won't return until 2061. Okay, player 1. Good. And the last clue for $1,000. Like Pluto, Haumea and Makemake are designated as this kind of planet. Let's hear it, player 3. Good for you. Good. Back on the plus side. The selection will be yours, player 3, when you return from this break. Categories for the Double Jeopardy round: World Facts, Catching Some Z's, note the quotation marks, Pop Gals, Astronomy, Women of Achievement, and Ballet.
These are hard ones.
Hey, it's still anyone's game in player 3. You get to select first. Each defender guards a section of the playing area in this system of sports defense. It's
What
player
is
1.
Football?
That is correct. You again, player 1. This Italian squash can be eaten raw, steamed, or grilled, or baked in a sweet bread.
Zucchini.
Player 1. Hey, you're right. Please pick again, player 1.
Oh, daily double.
Answer. The first of the 2 daily doubles. You are currently in the lead. What will it be?
We're gonna go for $400.
Answer
Good
this.
at this category.
Two-word term for the weightlessness experienced by astronauts in orbit.
Zero gravity.
That puts you even
I
further
should have
ahead.
done it all. That's
Player
okay.
1, you pick again, please. Let's go over to Kelly.
It's the point on the celestial sphere vertically above a given position.
Here's the correct response. The zenith.
Oh, I thought that
You
was
again,
TV.
player 1. The Lozi people moved to higher ground during the annual flooding of this African river.
I don't know that one.
The correct response is the Zambezi.
Zambezi.
Select again.
Pop Gals.
She was hot in 2008, taking Hot and Cold to number 3 on the Hot 100.
Not these ones. What was that?
Here's
answer?
the correct response. Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Player 1,
Ryan
back to you
wouldn't
for
know
our
that
next. This
one.
Girl Like Me and Disturbia songstress was born in Barbados.
That's a hard one.
Here's what we were looking for. Rihanna.
Rihanna.
You get to pick again, player 1. It wasn't Deja Vu when this member of Destiny's Child sang with Jay-Z on the song Deja Vu.
I know what is.
Okay,
what
player
is?
1. That's right, way to go. Choose again, player 1. Fans go ape over this gal born Stephanie Germanotta, who hit number 1 with Bad Romance.
Oh.
Yes, player 3. Good. Player 3, back to you. In 2005, she topped the album charts with The Emancipation of Mimi. Player 3? Sorry, that's wrong.
Wrong!
Any other takers?
No, don't
Let's
get
hear
it
it,
right.
player
Don't
2.
get it right.
Right. Player 2, pick again.
They're computer players. They can
Lots
win.
of peridot has been found on the island of Zeebrugge in this colorful sea off Africa. Here's what we wanted. The Red Sea. We return to you, player 2. Quite simply, this semolina favorite is the national dish of Algeria. It's player 2. Yep. You again, player 2. 1/3 of the people in this South American country live in Montevideo. Most of its 15 million sheep don't.
It's a game.
Here's the correct response. Uruguay. Select again. Hordes of people know that Ulaanbaatar is this ancient Asian nation's capital. Here's what we wanted. Mongolia. You get to pick again, player 2. Answer. The second daily double. You are currently in second place. Decide on your wager, player 2. Here is your daily double clue. Mount Shakara in these mountains is the highest peak in Georgia. The country, not the state.
Computer on it.
No.
Oh!
Here's the response we were looking for.
Good.
The Caucasus.
Good. Huh.
Player 2. Pick again.
Ballet.
Cadets attend a dance at a girls' school in graduation ball. A ballet set in this capital of Austria. Here's the correct response. Vienna.
Do we have a problem?
We return to you, player 2. I may say nay if you do a pas de cheval, a ballet step that imitates this animal. The correct response is a horse. Please pick again, player 2. In 1979, these were discovered around Jupiter. Saturn has them too. Okay, player 3. Nope. Sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's what we were looking for. Rings. Player 2, back to you for our next selection. The Milky Way is classified as this type of galaxy from the way its arms sweep around. We're talking about spiral. Choose again, player 2. Around 46 BC, Julius Caesar offended his countrymen by dedicating a statue to her. The correct response is Cleopatra.
Ooh, I didn't know.
Player 2, you pick again, please. In November 1988, she was elected Prime Minister of Pakistan, becoming the first woman to head a modern Islamic nation. We're talking about Benazir Bhutto. Player 2, back to you. This name for radio sources that are among the brightest and most distant objects in the universe was coined in 1964.
No, it's unfair.
Here's the response we were looking for. Quasar.
Oh, this is very... No one's
Player 2,
answering.
you pick again, please. A list of this planet's moons, including Oberon and Titania, reads like a who's who of Shakespeare. Yes, player 3. That is correct. On the plus side again. We return to you, player 3. You can have a roaring good time watching this meteor shower that put on an historic show in 1833. Let's hear it, player 2. No, sorry. Anyone else? Here's what we wanted. The Leonids. Select again. In 1616, she and her husband, John Rolfe, traveled to England to help raise funds for the Virginia colonists. Here's what we were looking for. Pocahontas. You again, player 3. As an example to her Russian subjects, she and her son Paul had themselves inoculated against smallpox in 1768. Here's the correct response. Catherine the Great. Choose again, player 3. To further the ambitions of her brother, her father, Pope Alexander VI, arranged several marriages for her. Here's the correct response. Lucretia Borgia. You get to pick again, player 3. He designed sets and costumes for Where the Wild Things Are, a ballet based on his own beloved book.
I don't know that.
Here's the correct response. Maurice Sendak. Player 3, pick again. The 2000 ballet Todo Buenos Aires features different interpretations of this sensual ballroom dance. Okay, player 3. Sorry. Any other takers? We're talking about the tango. And the $2,000 clue? And here's Kelly.
It's the double talk name for this standard ballet skirt.
Oh,
The correct response is
I got a
tutu.
good shot of winning this Jeopardy game because...
Sorry, player 3. Your score is not on the positive side, so you will not be joining us for Final Jeopardy. Final Jeopardy still to come, and here's the category. Sports business.
Sports business. Yikes.
So, what's your wager?
Well, since she's at 3,000, she's going to bet 200.
Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. Let's take a look at the last clue. In 1993, this man said, "What Phil and Nike have done is turn me into a dream."
Won't have to go take a guess and say Michael Jordan. Gonna take a wild guess on that
What
one.
did you
Say
put as
Michael
your
Jordan.
response?
Ah!
And that correct response will add...
Oh. I took a wild guess, but she's not going
Did
to
you
catch
come up
me.
with the correct response?
Michael Jordan, and I only bet 200.
And this correct response will add how much to your score?
$200. I'm the Jeopardy champion with $8,400.
You come out ahead as our
Back down to
champion.
the jackpot now. We're over $100,000.
So long.
28 Daytime Emmy Awards Jeopardy recognized by the yes. Coming up, it's the fabulous Saturday Video Game Fun Showcase with, and today's story, I'll tell you all about that Saturday Video Game Fun Showcase, and it's coming right up. And we're doing very well. All right. As Saturday Video Game Fun returns.